I was wondering what you would say to President Obama.
You're fired.
Yes, this is not clickbait. I lost my job, or well, I'm about to have no job starting at the 1st of August. As some of you know, up until recently I managed 5 fitness centers in the heart of Zürich, and because I also displayed this in some sort of way on my YouTube channel, I thought I would let you in on this change in my life. This is rather personal, so if you appreciate me sharing this information, smash the like button already. And don't worry, this will not be me whining about how hard my life is or trashing my previous employer or something foolish like that. This video will teach you 7 ways to minimize the pain of losing a job, because the truth is that there's literally a nearly 100% chance that you will be fired or resign at some point in your life. Basically, what happened in the company that I worked in was a restructuring process. The second level of management got erased due to the company not seeing the results that they wanted when it comes to the according sales. And your boy QG was part of that second level management. I was given the option to accept the job at the first level management, but I declined. I always thought that a restructuring process could happen, but never thought it could happen to me. I'm a very ambitious worker and was promoted within 2 years to the second level of management. I don't like to share this often because I think it destroys my credibility, but I'm actually only 23 years old. 90% of the people in that management level are 10 years older, even in the fitness industry. Because of that age gap, I also had a chip on my shoulder. After every work week, I would usually look at the number of hours that the management worked and would always make sure that I'm in the top 3. This is a tip, by the way, if you want to make sure that you're getting promoted faster in the corporate world. Be the first one to be there and the last one to leave. But anyway, what I want to get across is that this can also happen to you. It doesn't matter if you're a quote-unquote top performer. There could always be a restructuring going on, or the company could be sold. When that happens, realize this. Number 1, it's not as bad as you make it out to be. Every Tuesday morning I have the pleasure to meet with a few entrepreneurs. And once I explained that I basically got sacked from my job, everyone reacted with great empathy. Because they've all been there before and they all survived. And with the increasing automation and artificial intelligence in the future, job loss will be more than common. But don't worry, especially if you're young and tasting your first quote-unquote success, losing a job can be devastating. Or so I thought. Actually, the decision was quite liberating. It gives me time to think and really make sure that I'm heading the way I want to head. Before I was clinging to that job because I realized that most people that I knew in that company wanted it. It also gave me prestige when I met someone new. Hey, I manage 5 fitness centers and you, just one. What the fuck? Just 1 month ago I was actually thinking about financing a Model 3 or buying like a Rolex Submariner. These would have been stupid decisions in hindsight, and one of the reasons is because that's not really me. Yes, those things are cool, but they should never be an attempt to fill a void that your lifestyle creates. So realize that job loss can actually be an opportunity to find your true calling. Number 2, don't burn the bridges. Realize how I've not talked one single bad word about my employer just about now, and this will stay that way. I could be resentful and curse here, but this won't benefit anyone. The chances are high that you will meet your former employers again, and people never forget how you made them feel. Yes, the decision is hard for me, but so was it probably also for the chief executives. I fired a person before and it was not pleasant. After this whole event, my superior manager called me multiple times. Even one of the chief executives called me and essentially apologized. There's no reason for me to not reciprocate that. Not burning the bridges is also true for when you're at your best though. Don't alienate people, making them feel inferior to you when you're at your best. Treat every single one of your employees, friends and family how you want to be treated, and maybe even better. The cost of leadership is self-interest. And you don't know the true face of a person at your first meeting, but you will know it at your last. Number 3, prepare for the worst. When I started out working, I remember I would essentially blow through all of my money at the end of the month. There was no reason for an emergency fund in my eyes because again, this scenario of restructuring could possibly never happen to me. Glad I've matured. Right now I have enough money saved up that will let me survive probably until the end of the year, maybe even longer. So this goes for people that are still in jobs. Prepare for the worst. First of all, you should stay poor with your lifestyle. Look at me, I'm staying in a crappy 2-bedroom apartment with the smallest kitchen ever, right behind a shop that is essentially open 24/7 and makes a shit ton of noise. I could afford an apartment that is twice the size. That's the shop that you the sound. I could afford an apartment that is twice the size. Will I do it? No, because it won't give me much benefits and it would have tied me to my previous job tremendously. But the most important thing is that you have an emergency fund, which means 3 to 6 months of income saved up. Having money at the end of the month gives you options, and as we can learn from Dan Bilzerian, it's always good to have options. Number 4, have a side gig. Having options is also why I recommend you to start a side gig. As some of you know, I'm a certified online trainer and have been so since 2 to 3 years. I coach people to get into their best shape ever on a vegan diet. Doing a side gig has presented me with 2 extra things: security and freedom. I got more money at the end of the month and have multiple streams of income now. But it's a ton of work, obviously. You can check out the Online Trainer Academy down below if you're interested in coaching people on the side. It's a course that teaches you all the basics in creating a fitness business and has helped me tremendously. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Number 5, your network is your net worth. Your network is probably the easiest way to find a job. I knew a chief executive that I have been in contact since 2 years or so, and like 2 mails gave me a job interview at the company he works in. Your network can be one of the biggest safety nets when it comes to dealing with life after your job loss. Which means while you still have a job, sign up on freaking LinkedIn. You can send me a contact request and I will happily accept it. Know people and start to deliver value. You can also join Toastmasters or meetups suited for entrepreneurs. This stuff will go a long way. Number 6, travel and find yourself. The funny thing is that 9 out of the 10 entrepreneurs that I've met with advised me to go travel. And I thought, why do these career-focused people advise a leisure activity like travel? Because it helps you to make sure that you're on the right path. It gives you time to think. So I jump on the plane to Bali in August for 3 months and make extra sure to keep you guys updated. The videos will keep coming on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. What will really help you to get your mind straight after life events such as a job loss is traveling. Take your time off and recharge your batteries. This is also a good reason to have an emergency fund. I recommend Southeast Asia because the culture is nice, it's rather safe and it's damn cheap. So take your time, work on something different for some months and find yourself. Number 7, and this is probably the most important, realize that it all will be okay. This goes together with the first point that we've touched upon, but one of the greatest strengths we can have in this life is to deal with our circumstances no matter what. Because our environment is external, but our thoughts are internal. It's always up to us to control our thoughts. This goes into Stoic philosophy, which helps you deal with an ever-changing world. So after watching this video, open a new tab and Google the phrase "I've lost my job." There are countless of people that survived that event, and so will you. Don't forget that up until now you've survived 100% of your worst days. No matter what happens, you will be alright. Conclusion. 2019 is the first year that I've decided to set goals for myself, and I make sure to reach the meaningful ones no matter what the outcome of my job situation is. Outside circumstances will not take me off my path, and the same thing should go for you. And if you don't know what path you should go on or are unsure, rewatch number 6. Go travel and find it. We can deal with a loss of job by realizing these 7 points. Number 1, it's not as bad as you make it out to be. Number 2, don't burn the bridges. Number 3, prepare for the worst. Number 4, have a side gig. Number 5, your network is your net worth. Number 6, travel and find yourself. And number 7, realize that it all will be okay. Don't let fear control you. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to tame it. If you like the content that I'm producing on a regular basis, please like and subscribe. Plus, if you want to get coached by me and get into your best shape on a vegan diet, visit my website qualitygains.com.